What's going on, guys? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reacting to what's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you. Now, this is going to be probably a bit of a tough watch, highlighting some of the downfalls of Americans, including our absolute ignorance when it comes to the rest of the world. Before we get into it, guys, I do want to give a big shout out to my new clothing line. This is available in the description along with several other designs. A little bit of perfection, met Brötchen. Yeah, I love this. I've had this once in Germany, this sandwich specifically. And I'm going to be honest, the raw meat, I don't know if it's for me personally, but I like the meat to be cooked. But yeah, guys, some cool streetwear designs that highlight some funny cultural aspects of Germany. Tried to tie it into the reactions and learning process that has been documented on here. So let me know your thoughts on the clothing brand. If you want to grab a piece, feel free to. There's very limited stock. It will only be around for so long, and then we'll be moving on. So thanks so much for the support, guys. No pressure. Let's get it. Here we go.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Oh, no.
So I was a tour guide for the Parliament of Canada as a student. Paid well, loved the job. Some of the best friends I have right now are from that job. So we were walking up to the House of Commons foyer where you enter the House of Commons, and there's three sets of doors. The French doors, the English doors, and then the Canadian doors. So the French colonizers, the English colonizers, and then the Canadian doors. So the tourist asked me, he says, but wait, where are the American doors? Me baffled. I'm like, sorry, what? Pardon me? He said, where are the American doors? I asked him, sir, why would there be American doors? And then we just proceeded to look at each other for a good 10, 15 seconds until I just walked away and continued the tour.
Bet, I got you. Hey man, where are you from again?
I think it really is the entitlement, thinking that so many people in the United States think that not only we're the only country, but the best in the main country, and we are involved in everything. And to some degree, these people, American citizens with these types of insular mindsets, can't even be blamed for that, because they have been taught this and programmed to think that just by existing in this country, and that's why there's so many people like that, American citizens, who think that America is the earth, basically. And that can be very frustrating to deal with, for anyone else around the world. So guys, I'm so sorry. The summer is coming up. There's going to be a lot of American tourists, including me. Hopefully I won't be a pain in the ass, but I can guarantee that some of my buddies will be. Not my actual friends, just fellow citizens. Yeah, I already know. Where is the hamburgers and fries on the menu, sir? I don't like this stuff. Oh, it actually hurt. I'm sorry.
Bet, I got you. Hey man, where are you from again? Oh, I'm from Bosnia. Bosnia? So what, you speak Bosnia? No, I speak Bosnian. Whatever, dude, same thing. What, you speak America? Dude, relax, it was just a mistake. Alright, whatever. So what type of religions do you got over there? Oh, we have Islam and Christianity. Oh, so you're Islam? I'm Muslim or Islamic, yeah. Oh, what's that? Get this. Muslims are the people of Islam. Oh, my bad, man, I didn't know. But it must suck not to eat pork, right? I really don't care. Oh,
honestly, this is a really good example, because the American is apologizing and being he's oh, my fault. I'm actually, yeah, that's on me. That's the part that never really happens. They just trample over anything that they don't understand.
Have you read the Bible? Nah, I already told you I'm Islamic. Uneducated. What? What?
So I'm Canadian.
There's no chance that was a real interaction. Shout out to all the Canadians, guys. I'm so sorry that you have to border us.
What?
So I'm Canadian, and I was working down in California about a decade ago, and we all went out to this bar one night, and I met this guy, and we were talking, and I told him I was Canadian, and he dead ass looks at me and says, "No, you're not. We look the same." Like, I'm Canadian. I'm still fucking white. I think he thought it was like a South Park kind of situation.
Yo.
No, friend. Sorry, buddy. Not your guy. Pal.
So I'm Swiss and Luxembourgish, but I went to the States for university, more specifically Los Angeles. So I have so many of these because people are fucking stupid out there. At least every 2 weeks I'd get asked if I spoke Swedish because I was from Switzerland. Classic. But then every now and then I'd just be like, fuck it, I might try and say I'm from Luxembourg. Every time I said I'm from Luxembourg, it would be, so like, where in the UK is that? Where? Oh no, it's not in the UK. But, okay, where in Germany? Sorry, my bad. Not in Germany. Somewhere else. I don't know where Luxembourg is. Which country is it? It is its own fucking country. I know we're small, but we're important too, you fucking bitch.
Sometimes I think I have it bad because I've acquired some crazy knowledge just watching these videos. For this country, it's crazy. And I just feel like I listen to some of the things people say and it pisses me off because it's just rooted in lack of education and just people being idiots. So I think about guys like that who are like actually from Europe and then they come to the US and the stuff that they have to deal with, the questions they have to field, like they are saints. Like you, honestly, I feel so bad for this guy. Oh, you're from Switzerland? You speak Swedish then? SW, it does not like, oh my.
So I know I'm American, but I'm going to get in on this one. I was staying at a hotel on the Strip in Vegas, and I was in the little convenience store just trying to buy a Diet Coke, and the couple in front of me that were from Australia were trying to just buy a pack of cigarettes. And after about 5 attempts, I knew the lady behind the register was never going to understand them. So I offered to them, "Do you want me to translate for you?" And they were like, "We're speaking English." And I was like, "Yeah, I know that. You know that. She doesn't know that." So they were like, "Yeah, fine. And so I translated for them. And then after they got their cigarettes, they kind of laughed and were like, "Thanks." And so when I was ordering my Diet Coke, she was like, "That would have been so much easier if they spoke English." And I was like, "Yeah, they're from Australia. They were speaking English." And she goes, "They don't speak English there." And I was like, don't ask. "What do you think they speak there?" And she goes, "Australia in ish ease." The fuck?
Okay, so I'm
Australia in ish ease.
I sometimes I actually hope that some of these clips are fake and they're making up fake stories. No way. Wow.
Canadian, and I used to be working in finance as an advisor, and I had this older couple in my office, and I was doing their finances. I was an advisor doing their finances. And we were talking about making conversation, things coming up in the summer. I enjoy all the festivals that happen in my city. I particularly enjoy this one food festival where people of all different cultures and countries set up a tent from their country.
That's
and
awesome.
You can try the food of that culture and country. And I just love going and trying all the different foods. And so I said I was looking forward to this festival. And the guy looked at me and said, "Sell falafel?"
Oh, no. Oh, God. That's so bad.
And I said, "What? Excuse me?" And he said, "Do you sell falafel?" And I looked at him and he said, "Do you have a falafel stand?" No.
So the first and last time that I ever went to
This video got crazy. Wow.
So the first and last time that I ever went to a frat party, I was wearing a beret, this beret, and I walk in, trans people, this and that, and this really, really drunk white girl comes up to me, and she's like, "Oh my god, I love your hat so much. Is it a sombrero?" I was
You gotta just smack her across the face at that point.
shocked, bamboozled, severely discombobulated, but I compose myself, and I say to her,
No, really, like I can't. Look, what is that accent though? Actually,
no, it's not a sombrero, it's a beret actually. And then she goes, "Oh my god, your accent, is that a British accent? Are you British? Oh my god, I didn't know that there are Mexicans in Britain." Firstly, I'm not Mexican. Secondly, why do so many Americans have this idea that like there aren't any people of color in the UK, so there aren't like hundreds of British POC who are absolutely killing it on the world stage right now? But whatever, it's Americans, it's Americans in it.
Americans in it. Okay, it was British. It's just, and that's one of the accents I'm most familiar with as well. And then of course the accent question comes up, which makes me feel like the fool because I'm asking the same damn question. But Britain is like 88% white by ethnicity, so like it's not as diverse as other countries, but I get the point still. I get the point.
All right, so I was in Pennsylvania, right, on a vacation, and we were visiting this Amish house with a guided tour and stuff, and at the end there was a little question round where we could all ask questions to the guide. And someone asks the question, do the Amish go to hospitals? And the guide answers, yes, they do go to hospitals. And then the next question is, how do they afford it? Well, yeah, the leader or whatever, I don't remember exactly, goes around 2 times a year to collect money from everyone. They pool that together, and when someone needs to go to the hospital, they take the money from that pool.
Yo, the Amish had universal healthcare before our country could do it. Literally everyone could do it except for us. And they're in our country too. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And everyone taking the tour was standing there like, oh my god, that's so great, yeah, it's perfect. So I say, well, that's basically how it works in Europe. You pay your taxes, everyone pays their taxes, and if you need to go to the hospital, they take from that money and use it to pay the hospital. Which the guide looks extremely disgusted as she replies with, that's socialism.
There's just too many stories, but literally.
Well, I think that term it was such a powerful word, socialism. I mean, people just link that directly to communism in the United States, but we need to take that disgust that was associated with that word and transfer it to capitalism. Because it was like this shiny word, oh, capitalism, oh, it's fine. There's not really a negative connotation associated with that in this country. And people don't know that that's what's, biting you in the ass this whole time. And then you're trying to scapegoat socialism and all this stuff. Buddy, the monster is behind you. Well, you're living in it, actually. And there's nothing you can do. But yeah, that's another problem with like so many people in the United States. They find tax loopholes. Many people just don't pay the taxes. The IRS, there's an understaffing issue over the past year or two. And already there was a lack of audits on people's tax returns. So it is very easy to get by in this country without paying taxes. Personally, I pay taxes. I've always paid taxes. And I wish that my taxes were going towards, a universal healthcare system rather than the DOD, but whatever.
Anytime it has to do with there's just too many stories, but literally anytime it has to do with the pronunciation of an Indian word, I'm the one who's being corrected. Like ashwagandha and Himalayas, it's Himalayas and it's ashwagandha. I feel like every time I tell people this, they're like, I'm like, and I just give up. I just give up now. But yeah, literally anytime I have tried to pronounce the actual word, Americans have fought me on it and been like, that's not the way you pronounce it, it's Himalayas. Or yeah, whatever.
There was a Haitian kid in my class and they said...
At that point, you just gotta leave him. At that point, you just gotta leave him. How are you gonna correct someone on something you don't even know about?
There was a Haitian kid in my class and they said, hey, Biko, you're from Kenya. They're from Haiti. So y'all both from Africa, right? Someone said I don't count as African-American because my family is from Africa and I was born in America. I got someone legitimately tell me, if they didn't want to be slaves, why didn't they fight back? Once people found out that the darker the color, the more heat it absorbs, it was pretty much over for me every summer because someone was going to call out the fact that, oh, you're really dark, so you must be really hot right now. People ask me if I speak African a lot. No matter what the athletic accolade I get, someone is going to say it's because I'm black. No, seriously, they're just going to be like, oh, you're dark skinned. Of course you're the fastest on the team. Okay. Stupidity is in no way a specifically American trait, but when Americans do it, damn, they do it well.
Okay, so I'm
Bro, just chilling, eating a grape. That's facts, so. Feel bad for all the stuff he's had to endure in this country.
Okay, so I'm Canadian, but I went to elementary and middle school in Florida. During my 7th grade geography class, my teacher was doing a presentation on pollution. She showed a bar graph showing a bunch of different countries and how much they contributed to pollution. As you may expect, US and China was way at the top. But there was a piece of the graph showing how little Canada contributed. Me being a Canadian, I had a moment of pride and said, "Woohoo, Canada." To which my teacher responded, "Yeah, but that's because there aren't any cars in Canada, sweetie." And I said, "No, there are cars. My dad has one. We moved here in one. They have streets and highways and everything." And she said, "Sweetie, those are sleds." My geography teacher.
No. Please tell me. Yeah. Man. And that's why I made that comment earlier about Canada. I was like, man, I feel so bad for Canadians because they're such a competent bunch. They're so friendly. They deserve, the best. And we just like the things we say to them are so stupid that like I do not blame them for not coming back here. It's a shame though. Canadians are awesome. And Canada is a great country. And how is a geography teacher saying that? Holy shit.
My history teacher told me that British colonialism was a good thing in India because they gave us coffee and paved roads.
Hi. Okay, so before I get into
That's an insane take. So we got the pro-colonizer teacher. That's a fun one. This video just gets worse and worse.
Hi. Okay, so before I get into this, I just want to preface this by saying I am from Cote d'Ivoire and Tanzania. I am from Africa, meaning that like that opens up the floor to like so many dumb questions and just weird ass fucking scenarios. So I have experienced a lot of dumb questions, I'll tell you that for free. But the one that comes to mind right now, okay, I'll try not to be too specific because in case someone sees it, but even if someone sees it, I don't give a fuck. But anyways, I was out with a group of people and one of the people literally looked at me and asked, "Do you guys have highways wherever you're from?" This babe literally asked me if we have roads wherever I'm from. Like with her whole chest asked me if... The nigga was too stunned to speak, I'll tell you that for free. Ugh.
Mental. How would anyone get around if they didn't have roads? All right, god damn. I am so sorry to all the people not from the United States who have to come to this country and endure such questions. Like that is really embarrassing for us. Really embarrassing. Oh, so yeah, guys, prepare for the hordes of tourists, of Americans who are, and now's not a good time. You guys aren't feeling too good about this place. So if there's some bad interactions, I am so sorry in advance. But yeah, that was definitely a painful watch. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. We'll try and do something more lighthearted in the next one. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.